through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them. To see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on. Turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on. We'll go. till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Okay, so here now I think we are live. If I just scroll down. Okay, so please comment me like now we are live or not. Okay, so just please comment me now, and also comment me like sound quality and video quality is good here. So just I will be move on then. Okay, so I'll be just open my pop out chat. I'll be opening my chat box here. Okay, so please comment me like video quality and everything is good or not, because here I have to check all the things, and then I will be just start with my intro and everything, like what clone today we are making. Okay, so just tell me really quickly like voice and video quality is good or not. Okay, so I think my voice is good, sound is coming good. So tell about the video quality now, because I think my sound is now good, because I've just opened the mic here. So yes, it is good now. So tell just video sound is good. Okay, so tell about the video quality now. Okay, because here I have to just work about all the things which I have to just, is this just front end or back end as well? So it is just both front end or back end. Shiraz Jawan just asked that, is this front end or back end? It is just both front end and back end also. So the just we are getting many of the comments like Mahin big comment, yes, good, thank you. Then RB Kids graphic comment, video sound is good. Okay, so now it is good when we will be just starting that. Then each Loana comment, hi. Okay, so hi to all of you who are just here in my live stream. Then RB Kids graphic comment like video quality is good. Okay, so now we can start here. So hello friends and assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. I be all designing developer. My name is Inshal Beg. I am a full stack developer and graphic designer. Today I will show you how to build one Hulu clone in React.js, and I hope you will also enjoy this clone like Arun Jagmal previous live streams clone in React.js, React Native and Mern. So now first of all you have to just hit the subscribe button, then after that you have to also hit the notification bell, from which you will be getting all the notifications of my video when I will be just uploading. So from that it will be also help for you, and it will be also help for me, because from that you will be learning more new things, more new projects, and more new clones which I will be just uploading in future, and the previous one also which I have just already uploaded. So just do that all things, and just you have to also work with that all just we are working with. So this Hulu clone is like Netflix, and I hope you all know like what is Netflix. Netflix is like film website. You can just go and just see any of the films or movies there, and this Hulu is also that website from which you can just check any of the movies, films, and everything like that. You can see that we are just getting like Justice League, then Godzilla versus Kong, then we are also getting like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We are getting all the like movies, then we are getting Wonder Woman, and you can also see the likes here. There is also coming the likes like that. You can also see the likes by just hover on that, and you can see there are many of the movies. You can just check any of the movies you just like. So here if I just go to trending, there will be trending. I am just open this trending. This is a trending section. Then open top rated. You will be having top rated movies which are just here. You can see that there are the top rated. Then if I go to the action one, action are here, comedy, then you can see any of the movie you want to. Then you can also see horror, or there are many other TV movie. Go to animation also, and you can see these animation. You can see when you will be scrolling down, so it will be take some time to just refresh, but you have to just wait some of the while till it is just working with. And if I just go to western, so you will be also see the western, and every movie that are here which you have to check here. So you can see that this is the Hulu clone which we are making. And first of all you can see the background which we have just changed into like dark blue, you can say. And we are also getting like home icon, and we are also getting trending, verified, and we are also getting collection, search box. Then after that we are also getting account here. You can also make account. If I press account, there will be nothing happens because here I've just not linked that here. So we are getting all the things like that. So in this Hulu clone there is not any of the big deal to just make that, because it is having a front and back and just small enough. So we will be just making that to like 1 hour and 40 minutes. In that we will be just covering up, because here it will be not take some time to just make. Then after this clone we will be just having a huge clone like to 2 hour and 2 and 30 hour. We'll getting 2 hour and 30 minutes clones like that. So here you have to just do work with this clone which we are just having. This is a small clone, you have to just not make big deal to just make that, but we will be just making for practice, because the practice main thing which you have to do in these things like React JS, Python, and everything which you are working with. So here this clone of Hulu is not a simple clone like that, but it is simple for them who are just working with React like since a long time. But for beginner this is really difficult, so I'm just telling for beginner, like if you just practice that all things, it will be just easy for you also, like professional just work and easy for them. So here just you have to practice, and you have to just do day by day and make this clones here. So just you have to try your best to just make that, then it will be just helps you, and it will be also helps you in your skill, and you can develop your skills also by making these things here. So you can see we have just make this section. We are also getting hover effect and popping effect on that with the help of React animation. You can see that, which is looking really good. Then at the top we are getting home, trending, verified, and collection, then search box and account like I've shown you. But I have just not linked that, so because of that nothing happens. This all icons which we have just bring with the help of material UI, like you all know. If you work about means if you are just working with React and just bring any of the clone like that, means any of the logo like that. So here we just bring these all logo with the help of material UI icons. With this help of material UI icons you can just bring many of the logos here. You can see that. So when you've done with that all, just you have to go to search box here, and you have to download some things, means you have to just go to CMD and just install your React folder or like React app, you can say. So I'll be writing command prompt, means opening CMD here. Then here I will be just coming writing CD desktop, which is my location where I will be just okay. So I'll be not defining the location. If I do that, so it will be just really heavy. So I'll be defining the location of like local disk C, so there will be nothing happening. Then I will be just coming here and writing my clone name. So today we are making like Hulu clone in React JS. I will be not using Firebase in that, because in Hulu clone we not use Firebase. Or if you want to add a thing which is related to Firebase, so you have to just use Firebase in that, but it's your choice to use Firebase or not. But I am not using here, because in this you don't have to use any of the Firebase. If you are adding the things like post or anything like that, you have to just use Firebase for that. Then here I will be just creating my Hulu clone. So for creating that I'll be writing npx. So like npx is a command from which you can just create your React tab or folder, but npm is a command from which you can just run your React tab or folder in your localhost in your default browser which you are working with. Now I'll be writing npx create here I'll be writing dash react dash app. So it's mean like here you have to write npx, then you have to write create. It will be create your react app, means it will be creating your react app. So you will be thinking like we are making in React.js. So yes, obviously it will be making in React, but if we just making Mern, React Native or any other language related to React, these all languages are related to React. Like in Mern we are getting our React.js, then in like React Native we are also getting React Word. So these are of React app. We can't say like it is React.js app. These all are React app. So here we have to define React app, then here we have to define the clone here in which language we are making. So here you can write Hulu, then we are making clone. So here we are just building in React.js, so because of that I am writing clone. If you are building in Mern, so you have to write like Hulu dash Mern, or if you're building in React Native, so you have to write like Hulu dash React Native, or if you are just building in like React Redux, so you have to write Hulu dash React Redux, then it will be just working. But we are making like Hulu clone like that, so I'll be writing Hulu clone in React.js and I'll be pressing enter. So you can see that it will be take some time to just create this Hulu clone folder which we will be working with. And here you can see that this is the Hulu clone which we are working. This is really cool looking, you can see. So till it is installing, here I will be just talking to you and see some of the comments which is coming. Okay, so first of all I'll be seeing, you can see that now first of all here it is installing some of the React DOM and React scripts and some of the templates which we will be needing to work with our Hulu clone. So I'll be just minimizing that, opening my pop out, means my comments. Okay, so there are many comments are coming here. So first of all I'll going to drop. Okay, so the my invite comment like emoji thanks, then RB Kids graphic also comment emoji thank you, then Naima big comment this emoji thanks, then Shreya Yash Chavin comment like using API use scrapping. Okay, so I'm using and I'm not using anything that here, because like when we use Firebase, so we use this API and scrapping, but I'm not using Firebase in that. So here Preet Molani comment hi. Okay, so hi to all of you who are just new here. There's a clear by comment great hi buddy. Okay, so thanks. Then Preet Molani comment which type of movies do you like? Okay, so I like many of the movies like Avengers and just Justice League movies and many others. So here just RB Kids graphic comment like emoji thanks, then RB Kids graphic great job. Okay, so great job, thank you. Then here Preet Molani comment that's so awesome here. Then Chris Harrison comment great BD, keep it up. So thank you. Also Suresh Mehta comment little bit slow, I'm a beginner bro. Okay, so for beginner I'll be just going slow here, but I will be going slow in my coding, so you can just not like you cannot miss any of the step here, but you have to just check full video for that. You can see it is extracting some of the data. Till it is doing these things, I'll be opening my VS Code here. Open VS Code now. Just it will be take some time to just open, because here we are just also doing live stream and we are also installing some of the things. So because of that it will be take some time to just open my VS Code here. So you can see that it is just opening here. You can see it has opened. Now you have to just close some of the file which we have just created previously. There I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be showing you the folder which I am just working with here. You can see there is the Hulu clone which is just creating, but it is not created till, so I will be not opening that. Now till it is creating, I will be telling you the extension which you can just use to just work with your VS Code. You have to go to extension tab. You can just write here like material theme if you don't have, but I have just already, so there will be not material theme will be coming. So you will be thinking like this is the material theme which I have just downloaded. So this is not the original one material theme which you have to just download. The original one material theme I will be showing you, but first of all you have to just check like how we can just see like this is original or local. So first of all I'll be doing like closing that. So here it is, this material theme is containing this downloads, you can see that. So this downloads containing when you are just having 1 billion, like 1 billion decrease downloaders. So it is having a 30,000 downloaders, so because of that it is just having like it is having a downloads. But the material theme which I am using, means original one material theme, is not containing like any of the downloads, because it is having 1 billion above downloaders. And you can see it is having a 5-star rating, but this is local 5-star rating. The original one is in my material theme. If I just show you, so this is the original material icon theme which you will be just getting, but there are 2 material themes here. So you can see that this is the material theme for like when you are working with any of the your tag or anything like that. But for that you have to just use bracket pair colorizer, which is just having 4 million above downloaders, and it is also a really good theme which you can just use to just change your tag color or any of the code color which you are writing. Then if I just show you the original material theme which I have just downloaded, so here go to the top and here it is. There is the original one material theme which I have just downloaded. You can see there are not showing any of the downloaders here in the right. So this is the original one, and here you can also see like it will be just changing many of the colors like you want to, like it will be giving you the light color, dark color, ocean, pale night color, ocean, simple color, and it will be giving you all the color which you just like here and which you just want to just give in your VS Code. If you don't like the default colors of VS Code which is just coming like in theme, so you change by just installing this material theme, or there are many other themes also in market, you can also install that, but my opinion is to install this material theme because this is really good material theme which you can just use to change your themes of your VS Code. Then if I show you the material icon theme, means that when you just open any folder or file, so we are just getting an icon of that. So the icon theme you can just change that by using this material theme icons. This is the material theme icons which you can just use to change that. And here you can see that there is the material theme icon. If you just change that, so it will be also changing all the things which you are just having in your icons, and it will be just make your icon really good enough and colorful. You will be just looking your icons colorful, but in the default you are just only having the arrows coming and it is not too good to just look at. But this material theme icons just have your color, means your icons which you just open should be just enough in colorful, and I hope you will be just enjoy that to see that all things. Now if I just scroll down here, you will be having, but if I just first of all go up here, so go up here also, okay, so just go up. Okay, so when you just go at the top here, you will be having one like bracket pair colorizer. So this is the bracket pair colorizer, like I've telling you, this is having a 4 million above downloaders, and it is also having a 5.5 rating here. So this just helps you to just change your tag color or any of the code color which you are writing, because it is really helpful for changing that, and it's also tell you like what debugging your problem is and what is good. You can just write here, because when we just write any wrong code, so it is coming in red color. So with the help of this pair colorizer, means this bracket pair colorizer, you can check that where is your problem is debugging, or you can just also do that correct if you just know that, or you can just go to YouTube and search about that, and it will be also coming the answer of that. Then I'll be going to this folder, and I think now my folder has been just created. You can see it has been created. Now I will be doing one thing here, like I'll be just closing this command prompt here because I don't need that now. So here I'll be just already running that here. So open, go to file and press open folder. Then you have to do one thing here, you have to go to local disk E here. Then you have to do one thing here, there is our Hulu clone folder which we have just created. Press that, press select folder to just open. You can see that now we have just opened our Hulu clone folder which we have to just open, and we have just successfully opened that. Now you have to just understand the main things, like what these three folder does, and here what is the like main purpose of them. So here first of all, this we are having a first folder which is called node modules. So this node modules folder contains many of the packages, libraries, and many of the other things which you have to need to just run your React app, means this Hulu clone, to just run that in your localhost and to just work with many of the codes in that. You will be containing many of the Babel languages like testing libraries and many of these things, but this testing libraries you don't need, so we will be deleting that, and I will be showing you how to do that. So here you can see we are containing many of the folders here, and these all folders are really useful to just work with your code and everything like that. And this node module is really important to just download in your like any of the folder which you are working with, because if you don't have this node module, so you will be can't running your React app in your Google Chrome or any of the other default browser which you are working with. This node modules will be just have in your like folder. So if I just close this node modules, and I will be showing the simple way, or you can say shortcut way, to just download this node modules. If you don't have, still when you just download your Hulu clone, like I have just downloaded from command prompt, for that you have to go to new terminal, or you can, if you just have open, so you can just go to the oldest terminal. Then you have to just write npm install. So here it means like it will be install your node modules, and you have to just write here and. So this and means like it's defined, like you have to also define another thing like npm start. So when you run this command and press enter in that folder which you are just not having node modules, then it will be just created your node modules, and it will be also giving all the packages, libraries which you need to just work with that clone in which you are not having node modules. So this is really useful tag which you can just use like shortcut way or simple way to just use that and download node modules with the help of this. And you can see with the help of this npm install means it will be install node modules, then and means like then here it will be just run that in localhost. So it is really simple way to just run that, or you can say it is really shortcut way to just run that in localhost here. So now I hope you understand what is this node modules folder does and what is the purpose of that. Now the second folder which we are just having, which is called public folder. So if I just press to open this folder here, you can see in this folder you will be containing some of the logos of like this favicon.ico, then we are getting logo 192.png, logo 512.png. These all logos are of React, and these logos logos of React which we will be needing to work with that. You can see that, and here we are also getting this logo which helps you to just work with, and these logo just really good here because here it just helps you to just define your location, or you can also run your React app in your localhost with the help of that. First of all, when we run our React app, so we are getting a logo of React which is just going round and round. So with the help of these logo it is coming. If I delete that logo, so this logo which is coming in center of when we run that our React app, so it will be not coming. So here we also do that because we have to just make our own thing. So because of that we have to obviously delete React logo or anything like that, but we don't delete from here. We have to just delete in source folder, and I will show you what is the purpose of that and why we do that. So here I'll be going to index.html here, and if I just zoom in, so you can see we are just getting this index.html file which contain many of the codes, and these codes help you to just run your React app in your localhost, and it is also linked with our icons which we are just having in public folder. You can say favia icon.ico, then logo192.png. just there is only one logo is not here, which is called logo512.png, because this logo is really big and this logo not contains many enough space to just having in any other file here. So you can see that we are getting these all things. So this helps you to just run your React app in localhost, because HTML is already a document which we just run that in Google Chrome or any default browser which you can work with, and you can also use Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer to run these all things here, and Opera browser is also here to just you can use, and I also use Opera browser to run anything, but here my opinion is to use Google Chrome here, because the Google Chrome is really good browser which you can use to just run your React app or anything like that. Or you can also use index.html file to just run in Google Chrome, because Google Chrome is a like browser which you have to just work with, and it is also a browser which you can just use to just go after and just work with your React app or anything. So I'll be closing this file, and I hope you understand what is this public folder means. And now you will be thinking like I've not tell about these both files. So these both files are not really good to just in public folder, so don't care about that. Ignore these both files, because these both file is not having any of the work with that. These both files are of React, and here we don't have to care about that, because these both files just helps you to just run your React app in localhost. So don't care about this file, and you have to don't do anything in this file, because if you delete or erase any of the code in that, so it will be just error and your React app will be not run. So take care about that. Now I will be closing this public folder which we are having now. So when you've done with that all things, you have to just simply go to src folder, means source folder here, and in this source folder you can see we are just containing many of the coding files in which I will be writing codes. Okay, so here first of all in this source folder we are just having, so in this source folder we have to just delete 3 files from here. One is called app.test.js, then second one logo.svg, and third one setup.test.js. We have to delete these files here, because here we don't need test files here, and I've telling you previously also, like we have to delete testing libraries, because these test file also come in testing libraries, and testing libraries we just not need to just work with that, because testing library use only in React Native when we does, but in React Native also it not work like in many of the clones. You can just use it simply 1 or 2 clones like that. You can use this testing libraries, and then you can't use this testing libraries, because this testing file and libraries we don't need to just work with any of the clone here. So because of that I am deleting the purpose of this logo.svg. So this logo.svg contains a React logo. If I show you, you can see it is a link of React logo here. So this contains a React logo which help you just run your React app and your localhost when we just do, so it is going round and round. So the answer to delete this also is, so you will be thinking like I'm not deleting the logos from in public folder, it is also having a React logo, but why I am deleting this logo.svg which is also containing a React logo in source folder? So the answer is like this public folder which contain this logo, these are in public folder, and in public folder we don't have to write any of the code or anything like that. So if we can just put, so we can just put every logo here, but in source folder we have to just work with codes, and here we have to define our own logo of Hulu like I've shown you in browser. So here we have to also delete from here logo.svg logo, but if you want to delete from public folder you can also do, but my choice is to not do that, because there will be waste of time also, and there will be also error if you just install that from here, because this is linked with index.html file in public folder which is just containing. So you have to delete from here by pressing right click, press delete option, and you can see all the logos are gone. So first of all I'll be going to app.js here, and I'll be deleting all the things which is just written in this div tag, because I will be using my own work which I have to just use, and I'll be pressing backspace to just erase that all codes which is just written. Press save here. Then you have to delete all the like this import logo from logo.svg, because we have just not import that, and I will delete this logo.svg file here. So why we have to just import it again? Press backspace here, press backspace here. Also just simply you have to press save button and it is good to go. So when you've done that, go to app.css file here, simply go scroll down here. Then you have to do one thing, you have to delete all the thing which is just written here by pressing backspace. Now it is done. When you've done that, simply save here. Then you have to just do one thing here, you have to just come here and you have to just go to the top and write this tag here. Then you have to come here and write here like margin, which should be like 0, or you can write 0 pixel also, but I will be not writing because then it will be just waste of time here. So when you've done with that things, first of all you have to just go to app.js, and I will be now starting coding. So before that I will be just opening my comment box and just see some of the comments, like what comments are coming till here. So open my comment box. Okay, so many of the comments are coming, so I'll be first of all going to top, and here now you can see there is coming like RB Kids graphic comment, this like this logo which we are just having, or icons. So thank you. So RB Kids graphic comment, I'm big fan of you. Okay, so awesome. Then RB Kids graphic comment, this icons again. Then Ishwal Lohana comment, you are a king of clothes, thanks. Then RB Kids graphic comment, yeah, thanks to you. Then Resal Roy comment, hi bro. So hi all of you who are just new here. Anik Akbar comment, hi. Okay, so hi to you also. Then RB Kids graphic comment, hi guys. Okay, so hi all of you here. So then here we are also getting like RB Kids graphic coming, amazing, thank you. Then John Ben comment, hello boy. Okay, so hello to you all of you. John Ben comment, you work really surprising, thanks. Then here John Ben comment like keep going or rocking, thank you. Then Suresh Mehta comment, this icons, thank you. Then RB Kids graphic, wow, thanks. Then RB Kids graphic again. Okay, so there are many of the comments coming. Okay, so thank you all to just commenting like that, because I love you all comments here. Then I'll be also saying you to hey guys who are just new here. So here when you've done that, just I'll be simply pressing post icon, done here, minimizing here, and now we will be starting coding here. So first of all, for starting coding, just before that you have to tell me my codes is just clear or not. Just tell me like my clone is clear, it means my codes are clear or not, because here I have to just check that. So just comment me like my codes are clear or not, then I will be start. If you just want to zoom in, so I'll be zoom in my codes, or if you want to zoom out, so I can also do that. So just tell me like my codes are clear looking or not in the comment box. Please tell me, just tell me really fast. Okay, so Vessi Salt comment, awesome, amazing, but easy, you too fast in your speaking way, thanks. And this will do I comment like next which clone. Okay, so I'll be just checking like what should be next clone, then I'll be just making that here. Then I'll be just graphic comment. Okay, so it is perfect. Now I'll be working with. So when you've done with that things, first of all you have to just come here, make a tag which should be just having a text tag here. Okay, but here it should be just having a T like that. Then I'll be writing a view equal app. Then you have to close that here by writing this close tag. Then you have to come here again, create media dot, and here I will be writing like test, right, dot user in that. Then you have to close that by writing this. Come underneath here, create, and here I'll be writing like view, and just I'll be writing user equal view here. Then you have to just close that here. Then I'll be writing test, or you can say text. I will be writing return dot, and I'll be writing view. So when you've done that, just you have to close that, just curly brackets, come underneath here, right here user, and I will be writing here like view. Then when you've done that all, just I'll be writing user again. Then you have to just close that here, come here also, then create return dot, and I'll be writing view dot, and I'll be writing text. You have to just close that. Then you have to come in here also and write here like another thing which should be just having like return. So here I'll be writing return, and I'll be just writing here like text equal right view here. So I'll be writing not view, I'll be writing that to return again. So when you've done that, just you have to close here by writing this close tag, come here again, create navbar dot, and I'll be just writing here like dot test, and here I'll be just writing again like view. So when you've done that, close that by writing this close curly brackets, come underneath also, and here now I will be creating that to like text, and here I'll be just writing like return. And when you've done that, just I will be coming forward, creating user. Then you have to close that here and create that to like new dot return. Then here I will be writing that to like dot text. So when you've done with that things, you have to just close that by writing that. Now when you've done that, just I will be coming underneath also, then creating a tag which should be just having a tag which should be return, but it should be just in small. Then I'll be writing test equal text. Then you have to close that here, come here also, then create text view, then I'll be just writing return. So when you've done that, just close that here. Now when you've done that all thing, press save, copy this app which we have written, go to app.css, and I will be just scrolling down, means I'll be just going back, and here I'll be going back here also. Okay, so I think now it is perfect. Okay, so it is perfect. Now I'll be going to app.css here, then I'll be writing like this sign, create here like margin which should be 0 pixel, and here I'll be writing like padding which should be 0 pixel, and I will be writing here like box sizing which should be border box. Then here you have to just also writing another thing which should be having like justify content which should be just in center. So when you're done with that thing, just I will be coming here, create align items which should be in center. Then here I'll be writing like display which should be of block. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing now text align center. So here I'll be writing like text align which should be in center. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing here like float into left. When you've done that, just I'll be writing font style normal. So when you've done with that things here, I will be writing another thing which will be having text justify inherit. Now here I'll be writing font size which will be 15 pixel here, so I'll be writing like 15 pixel, create font weight which should be 500. Then I'll be writing font family which will be Mont here. So when you're done with that all, just I'll be writing comma sans serif. Then I will be coming here, creating border 1 pix solid white. Then when you're done with that, I'll be writing here like border color white. Then I will be also writing like color which should be black. So when you've done with that all things, so I'll be writing now border, and here I'll be writing like border left which should be 100 pixel. So when you've done that, I'll be writing border right which should also be 100 pixel, and I will be changing that to like border top. So here I'll be writing border top 100 pixel. When you've done that, now I'll be writing like border bottom which should be 100 pixel now. So when you've done that all things, just I will be writing here like border left, means here now I'll be writing border style none. Then here I'll be also writing that to border width. So here I'll be writing that 100 pixel, create that to line height which will be 100 pixel, and I will be writing that to width 100 pixel now. Then when you've done that, I'll be writing height 100 pixel, and here I'll be also writing like border which should be none. Then I will be writing here like outline none. Then create that to like list style which should be none. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing here like list style, and here I'll be just writing here like list style none. So here when you've done that, just I'll be writing list style type none. So when you've done with that, just I will be coming underneath here, and I will be writing here like that. And when you've done with that all things, just I will be coming here, and I'll be writing here like border, but I will be just coming here again, and I'll be writing font size, but I will be just erasing from here. Then create flex direction which should be column. Then I will be writing here like flex wrap. So here I'll be writing that flex wrap which should be wrap reverse. Then I'll be writing flex flow column, create flex, and I'll be changing that to like flex, and create flex basis content. Then when you've done with that, just I'll be writing flex grow inherit. Then I will be changing that to flex shrink. So here I'll be writing flex shrink inherit, create direction which should be inherit. Then when you've done that, I'll be coming here, creating a tag which will be having background of white, create background color which should be white, and I will be also creating a tag which will be having like background position which should be in center. Then here I'll be writing background position X. So here I'll be writing background position dash X which should be in center, create that to like background position Y. So here I'll be writing background position dash Y which should be in center. Then here I will be writing like background, and I'll be changing that to background size cover. So when you've done that, so I'll be writing here like background, and I'll be writing here like background attachment which will be fixed. So when you've done that, now I'll be writing like background clip which should be content box. Then I'll be creating that to background origin which should be content box, and here I will be writing that to like background blend mode which should be color bond. So when you've done with that things here, you have to do one thing, like you have to come here and create that to background repeat which should be repeat. So when you've done with that, I'll be writing here like background image which should be having the URL of like that, and I'll be writing here like background dot jpeg. Now when you've done that, just I'll be coming forward and writing here like flex direction, so here we have already done. So I'll be writing nav index which should be current. So here I'll be writing here like nav left which should be current. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing nav right current. Then I will be writing here like nav up current. So here I will be writing like nav down which should be current. Now when you've done that, I will be writing here like padding which should be 15 pixel. Then I'll be writing here like padding left 15 pixel now. Then when you've done that all thing, just I'll be writing padding right, which should be 15 pixel. Create that to padding left, which should be like, now I'll be writing padding top 15 pixel. Create padding bottom, it should also be the same like 15 pixel now. Then I will be coming underneath here, creating margin 10 pixel. Create margin left, which should be 10 pixel. Then when you've done that, just I'll be writing margin right, which should be 10 pixel. Then here I'll be writing margin top, which should be 10 pixel here. Then create margin bottom, so here I'll be writing margin bottom 10 pixel here, and I'll be just going here and saving here. And when you've done with that all things, you have to do like, just I'll be checking my live stream, it is working or not. Okay, so the live stream is working, just you have to comment me like it is going good or not, because here I have to check everything like that. So here just comment me, then I'll be checking some of the comments. Okay, so here I will be, okay, so everybody are just commenting. Okay, so RBGuts graphic, please build Amazon clone live stream, so I'll be building in future. Then RBGuts graphic, you are coding very fast. Okay, so thanks. Then please slow. Okay, so I'll be doing slow. Then Vasi sold comment, it's what I am talking about. Okay, so thank you. Then Desal Roy comment, great bro, you are just, thank you. Then so yes, he salt comment, no top, but you get, please slow, can you just, thank you. Then Bhumika Galari comment, hi, I am coming, your regular viewer, thank you. Then RBGuts graphic comment like, you will be best YouTuber in the world, thanks. Then Winebay comment, best, thanks. So I'll be coming here now, go to app.js file. Then I will be doing one thing. First of all, go to app.css here, come here, write body tag. So we don't have to write dot in the starting because it is a tag, and in tag we don't write any of the dot in starting when we defining class, so we write dot in the starting. Now I'll be writing this curly brackets coming underneath, creating that to justify content center, create align items in center. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done with that thing, just you have to do one thing again, just you have to come here again and write here like display, which will be block. Then I'll be writing text align in center. When you've done that, just I'll be coming creating close into left, and here you have to write box sizing. So here I'll be writing like box sizing, which should be like border box. So when you've done that all thing, just I'll be writing here font style, which should be normal. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing text justify. So here I'll be writing text justify inherit. So when you've done with that all things, just I'll be writing another thing, which should be font size of 14 pixel. Create font weight. So here I'll be writing font weight 500. Then when you've done that, just I'll be writing font family, which will be having of font serif, and I'll be writing comma sans serif. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing border also, which will be having one pixel solid white. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing another thing, which will be border color of white. So when you've done that, I'll be coming here creating color black. Then I will be writing border left 100 pixel, create that to border right 100 pixel now. So when you've done that all, just I'll be writing border top 100 pixel, create that to like border bottom now, which should also be 100 pixel. So when you've done that, now I'll be writing like border style none, and here I'll be writing that to like border width, which should be 100 pixel. Create line height, which should be also 100 pixels. So when you've done that, I'll be writing that to border, and I'll be changing that to like border width, which we have already done now. So now here I'll be writing width 100 pixel. Create height, which should be 100 pixel now. So when you've done that, I'll be writing here like border none, create outline none, and here I'll be also writing another thing, which should be like just style none. So when you've done that, I'll be coming here creating list style type none. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing another thing, which should be just here flex direction. If I write, which should be column. So here I'll be writing flex wrap, which should be wrap reverse. So when you've done that, I'll be writing flex flow. So here I'll be writing flex flow, which should be like column. Then I will be writing another thing, which should be just having flex and changing it to flex shrink inherit, create flex basis content. Then I'll be writing here like flex, and I'll be changing that to flex flow inherit. So when you've done that, just I will be coming underneath, create that to background white. But first of all, I'll be defining direction also. So here define direction, which should be same like inherit. So when you've done with that all thing, just come underneath here, create background, which should be white. Then I'll be coming here now creating background color, which should be white. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing background position, which should be in center. Then I will be also coming here creating background position X, which will be in center. Now when you've done that all things, just I'll be writing background position dash Y, which should be in center. Then when you've done that all things, just I'll be coming underneath create background size, which should be power. And here I'll be also writing like background attachment. So here I'll be writing background attachment fixed. So here I'll be writing one thing again like background origin, which should be content box. Then I'll be writing background clip, which should be content box. And here I will be coming creating background blend mode here, which will be color burn. So when I'm done with that all things, I will be coming underneath, and here when you've done that all, just I will be doing one thing again like background repeat, which should be repeat. So when you've done that, just I will be coming here and creating that to like background image, which should be having URL of like background, and I'll be changing that to background1.jpg. Close here, come underneath and create that to nav index current. Then I will be writing here like nav left, which should be current, and I will be also writing like nav right current. So here when you've done that all things, just I'll be writing here another thing which will be nav up current. Then I'll be writing nav down, which should be current. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing padding 12 pixel. Then I'll be writing padding left, which should be like 12 pixel. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing simply again padding right, which should be 12 pixel, and here I'll be writing padding top 12 pixel. So when you've done with that things, here I'll be defining that to 12 pixel again, and here I'll be now writing margin 10 pixel, create margin left, which should be also 10 pixel here. Then I'll be writing margin right 10 pixel, and I will be changing that to like margin top 10 pixel, and here I'll be writing like margin bottom. So when you're done with that thing there, you have to do one thing again, like you have to just simply save here by pressing save button. Go to app.js file, and here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, then writing here like navbar. So create navbar equal text equal, then I'll be writing here view. You have to close that here, then you have to just come here and write return dot test, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing here like media. Then you have to just close this curly brackets here, then you have to just come here also and just write here like text, and here I'll be just changing that to like return. And when you've done that all thing, just I'll be writing here like navbar in that. You have to close here, then come here also, then write here like view dot navbar, and I will be just writing another thing which should be just test. So here you have to close that here by pressing backspace. So when you've done with that things, you have to do like just press save button by going to file and save. Then when you've done with that, just I'll be doing one thing again, like I'll be coming underneath here, and I will be changing this to like here I'll be writing so here I'll be just writing that app, and here when you've done that, just I'll be writing navbar here, then here I will be writing equal to, and just I'll be writing that to return. So when you've done that, just close here, you have to come here also, then create test dot, and I'll be writing here like view dot return. So when you've done that, just I'll be closing this here. Till here we have understand, so I'll be just saving here, and I hope you till here understand that all things. Now I'll be pressing enter here, then I'll be just coming here and writing return, and I will be just writing navbar here again, then I will be just erasing that from here, then I'll be creating test and just write here user, close that, come here, and here I will be just writing like return. So here I'll be writing return, and just when you've done that, I'll be creating navbar dot test, and here I will be creating dot media. So when you've done that, just you have to do one thing, like you have to close that all things. Now when you've done that, just you have to go forward of that all things which we are working with, and just you have to simply go to files, press save button here, because here we have to just save these things. Now when you've done that all, just press enter here, and I will be coming here and creating area, and just when you've done that, I'll be writing navbar, and here just erase here, then I'll be writing class equal return. So here I'll be just changing this to like user, then you have to close that here, then write here another thing which will be navbar dot view dot text, and when you've done that, just I'll be closing that by writing this tag. Come here also, write here like name, and here I'll be writing another thing which should be just area equal navbar. So when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, close here, then I'll be writing view dot text, and here I'll be changing that to navbar here. Then you have to do like things, you have to write like that. So when you've done that all, just you have to go to file, press save button, and when you've done that, just you have to simply go to app.css, and you can see till here we have just defined till body. So I'll be going to app.js file, then copy this text view class. First of all, we have copying this app here, so go to app.css file here, Then I'll be scrolling down, coming underneath here and just writing dot, pasting my class name. Then here I will be now writing like justify content, simply, which should be just in center. Then I'll be writing align items, same things like we have written in the top. Then here you have to don't copy paste these all things. If you just copy paste that all things, then it will be not work. Here you have to just write simply, because in React we have to write all the things again and again, then it will be working. So we have to just write these things which we have just written at the top again, but here you have to just write in different pattern all the things. So here I'll be writing now box sizing, which will be border box, create that to like font style normal. Then you have to create tag justify inherit. Then here first of all I'll be coming here creating inherit, come underneath here create font size, which should be 14 pixel, create again, which should be just having font weight of 600, create that to font family, which should be Montserrat here. Then I'll be writing here like comma sans serif. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing here like border 1 pix solid white, so here I'll be writing. Then I'll be writing border color, which should also be white here. So here when you've done that, I'll be writing that to color of like black, so here I'll be writing. So here I'll be also writing like border color white, and create that another thing which should be just having a border radius, which should be of 10 pixel now. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing border left of 100 pixel now. So here I'll be also writing another thing which should be having border right 100 pixel. Then create that to border top, which should also be 100 pixel here. Then when you've done that, I'll be writing border bottom 100 pixel. Then here I will be just coming creating border style none. Then you have to also create that to like border, change it to like border width 100 pixel, create that to like line height, which should be 100 pixel. And I'll be also writing width 100 pixel, create that to height, which should be 100 pixel now. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing here like border none, create that to like outline none. Then I'll be writing like list style, which should be none. So when you've done that, I'll be writing list style type none. And here I'll be also writing like flex direction, which should be column. So when you've done that, I'll be writing flex wrap, which should be wrap reverse. So when you've done that, I'll be writing again, which should be flex flow column. So when you've done that, I'll be writing here like flex and change into flex spaces content, create another tag which should be having flex grow inherit, and right here like flex string. So here I will be writing that. Now here I'll be also writing like direction inherit. So here I'll be just coming and creating background white. Then here I'll be writing like background color white. So when you've done with that thing, here I'll be writing like background position, which should be in center. Then I will be writing here like background position X. So here I'll be writing background position dash X, which should be in center, create to background position Y, which should be in center. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing background, and I'll be writing that to like background clip content box, create that to background origin. So here I'll be writing that to content box. Then I will be also writing that to like background, change into like background size cover. And here I'll be writing that to background repeat, means background attachment, which should be fixed. And I will be writing here to background repeat, which should be repeat. So when you've done that, I'll be writing background blend mode here, which should be color burn. So here I'll be writing like that things like that. Now when you've done that all things, first of all I'll be coming here and write that here. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing background image. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that things, here you have to do one thing. Here you have to just define URL, and here I'll be writing like background. And when you've done that all, just I'll be going to top simply. Here I'll be now writing background 2.jpg simply. Here close, create nav index, which should be current. Then I will be simply doing things like that, create nav left, which should be current. And when you've done with that all things, so I'll be writing nav right, which should be current. And when you've done that, just I'll be writing nav up current, create that to like nav down, which should be current. So when you've done with that things, here you have to just come underneath, create padding 12 pixel, and here I'll be writing like padding left, which should be 12 pixel. And when you've done that, I'll be writing padding right 12 pixel here. Then I will be also writing like padding top 12 pixel. So when you've done that, I'll be writing that to padding bottom, which should be 12 pixel here. Then margin also, okay, so margin should be 11, okay, so I'll be writing that. Then I'll be creating that to margin left 11 pixel, create margin right. So here I'll be writing that should be 11 pixel, create that to margin top 11 pixel. Then I'll be also writing like margin bottom 11 pixel. Now so when you've done that all things, go to file, press save as, and now your work has done. So when you've done with that all, just you have to do nothing, just wait till here. Okay, save here, also go to app.js file, and till here we have defined. Now I'll be opening my comment box and check till here what comments are coming. So open here. Okay, so many of the comment are comment here. Okay, so I'll be just going to top. Okay, so I'll be just coming underneath here, and there is coming, tell honestly by looking the speed, have you memorized it all? Okay, so thank you. Then here Shastra subs comment, then Chris Harrison comment like amazing, thank you. Then Maria Faraz comment hello inshallah. Okay, so hello to you also. Then Maria Faraz comment you doing great but thanks. Then Jamshed Iqbal comment like, does justify content and align items work with display block? Okay, so this display block I've just written because here we can just means we can just see our display block, or you if you just write display none, so your display will be just gone with the help of this justify content align items at display block. But we just use justify content and align items to do the things in center. Okay, so here there is coming by Jamshed Iqbal, after all those border styles at the end you wrote border none, are you fooling with us? Okay, so here I am just written this border and style border none because here I have to first of all not show my border, then after that I'll be showing when the like border should be just perfect. Okay, so tpeaknoto19 comment hello. Okay, so hello to you also. Okay, so just everybody are just commenting really good, thank you. Then I will be doing one thing here, like I'll be minimizing here, then I will be just now copy this view tag by copying by Control C pressing, then go here, then I'll be going to top and till view app we have defined. So I'll be just doing one thing, like here I will be coming and writing dot paste here, then I will be doing one thing, like I'll be just writing here justify content which should be center, then I'll be writing like align items center, then when you've done that just I'll be writing display which should be of block again. So when you've done that I'll be writing text align in center, so when you've done that all just create float left, thus I will be writing box sizing border box, so here I'll be writing. So when you've done with that things here you have to do one thing, like you have to come underneath here create border which should be 1 pixel solid white. So here when you've done that all things, just I will be coming underneath here create border left 100 pixel, create that to like border radius. So here I will be writing like border radius which should be 10 pixel you can say. Then I will be writing border right which should be like 100 pixel, then I will be changing that to color black, so here create that. Then when you've done that I'll be writing border top, so here I'll be writing 100 pixel, create border bottom. So here I'll be just writing 100 pixel, then I will be coming here creating border style none, then create that to like border width. So here I'll be writing 100 pixel, create line height which should be 100 pixel, and then I will be coming underneath also creating width 100 pixel, create height 100 pixel, then I will be writing font style normal, then here I'll be also writing text justify which should be like inherit, then create that to like font size which should be here 15 pixel, create font weight which should be like 500, create font family here, so I'll be writing that which should be like Mont Sirat comma sans serif. So when you've done that just I'll be coming here creating border none, then I'll be also writing like outline none, then create that to list style none, and I will be also writing that to list style type which should be none. So when you've done that I'll be writing flex direction column. Okay, so when you've done that, so I'll be writing flex, and I'll be now writing flex wrap which should be wrap reverse. So when you've done that I'll be writing flex flow which should be column again, then create flex, change it to flex basis content, create flex pro inherit here, then I'll be writing flex shrink which should be inherit, then I'll be writing direction which should be inherit here, then I will be coming underneath here and creating background which should be white, then I'll be writing background color white. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that all things, just I will be doing one thing here, coming underneath creating background position. So here I'll be writing that which should be in center background position. Now when you've done that I'll be writing background position X, now we should be in center. So here when you've done with that things here you have to just come underneath create background position, and here I'll be writing dash Y which should be in center. So when you've done that just I'll be now writing like background, change that to background size cover, and here when you've done that I'll be changing that to like background attachment here, so I'll be writing that to fixed. So here when you've done that I'll be coming underneath create that to like background repeat which should be repeat, So when you've done that, I'll be coming here, also creating background blend mode, which will be color burn. So here I'll be writing that. Now when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating background image, which will be having the URL of like background. Just I'll be going here to app.js file, and here I'll be writing. Now first of all, go to the top. So here it is background 3. So here I'll be writing that to background 3.jpg. So create here. Then I'll be coming here, creating nav index, which should be current. Then here I'll be also writing like nav left current, and create that to nav right, which will be current. And when you've done that, all this I'll be writing nav up current, and create that to like nav down, which should be current. So when you've done with that, just I'll be coming underneath, creating that to like padding. So here I'll be writing padding 15 pixel, create that to padding left 15 pixel. Then I'll be writing padding right, which will be 15 pixel. Now so when you've done that, just I'll be writing padding top 15 pixel, and then I'll be writing that to padding bottom, which will be 15 pixel. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing margin 10 pixel, create margin left, which will be 10 pixel. Now so when you've done that, just I will be now writing like margin right 10 pixel, and I will be writing here like margin top, which will be 10 pixel. Now here I'll be also writing like margin bottom, which will be like 10 pixels. So when you've done with that things here, you have to do one thing, like just go here to file, and you have to just go to file and press save button here. So now when you've done that, just here your work has been done. So here till here you have defined. Now here when you've done that all thing, just till you have to just go to app.js file, copy this user which we have just written till here by pressing Ctrl C, and you have to just go to app.css file. Here I will be just coming, writing dot, pasting my class name which I have just copied, coming underneath, creating justify content in center, and you can create align items which should be in center, create here like display which should be of block. So here I'll be writing display block, create that float in left, and I'll be writing text align center, and create that to like another thing which should be box sizing border box. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing font style normal, create that to like text justify inherit. Then I will be doing one thing here like that. So when you've done that, I'll be writing font size which will be 14 pixel, create that to like font width which will be 600, create font family. So here I'll be writing that which will be like Mont syrup, and I'll be changing that to like comma sans serif. Then I will be coming underneath here, create border 1 pixel solid white. Then I'll be writing border color which will be white here. Then when you've done that, I'll be changing that to like color which will be black. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating border radius which will be like, here I'll be changing that to border radius 10 pixel, create head to like border left 100 pixel, create it to like border right. Now so here I'll be writing border right 100 pixel, create that to here. Just when you've done that, now I'll be writing border top which should be 100 pixel, create that to, first of all I'll be writing that. Now I'll be writing border bottom. So here I will be writing that to 100 pixel. Now so when you've done that, I'll be writing border style which should be none. Then here I'll be also writing another thing which should be border width 100 pixel. Now so when you've done that, I'll be writing line height which should be 100 pixel, create width 100 pixel, and I will be also writing height which should be like 100 pixel. I will be writing. Now when you've done that, just I'll be now writing like border none, create outline none, and when you've done that, just I'll be also writing like another thing which should be list style none. So here when you've done that all things, just here I'll be coming here and creating list style type none. So here when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex direction. So here I'll be writing that which should be column. So when you've done that, I'll be writing flex wrap. So here I'll be writing that which should be wrap reverse here. So I'll be writing like wrap reverse. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex flow. So here I'll be just creating that to like flex flow column, create that to flex, and I'll be changing that to flex basis content, create flex, and change it to like flex basis which we have already done. Now I'll be writing flex grow inherit, create flex shrink inherit, create direction which should be like inherit. So when you've done with that things, you have to just come here now, create background which should be like white, create background color which should be white. So here I'll be writing that. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing here like background position which should be in center. Then I will be changing that to background position X which should be in center. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing background position Y. So here I'll be writing that which should be in center. Then when you've done that, I'll be writing background size which should be cover. So here when you've done that, I'll be writing background, and here I'll be writing that to background attachment which should be fixed. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating backgrounds clip which should be content box, create that to background origin which should also be content box here. Then I will be coming here, creating background repeat which will be repeat. And when you've done that all things, just I will be coming underneath, create background blend mode which should be color burn. So when you've done with that, just I'll be coming here, creating background image which should be having the URL of like background 4.jpg. so just you have to close that here, then close this. Also create nav index which should be current. So here you have to just create nav left which will also be current, and I will be creating that to like nav right current. And when you've done that, just create that to nav up current, and here I'll be creating nav down current. So when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing here like padding which should be 14 pixel, create padding left which should also be 14 pixel, create padding right which should be 14 pixel, and I'll be writing padding top 14 pixel. Then you have to do one thing here like you have to come here and create padding bottom 14 pixel. Then when you've done that, I'll be writing margin 11 pixel, create margin left which should be 11 pixel here, create margin right here so which should be 11 pixel. So when you've done that, I'll be writing here like margin top 11 pixel, and here I'll be also writing margin bottom 11 pixel. So when you've done with that things, go to file, press save, and it is done. So when you've done with that, so it will be just working if you just work with that things here. So till here I hope you understand how to do. Now here when you've done that, just I'll be going to app.js and check my live stream it is working or not, and just tell me also like everything is perfect, like my voice and everything is just doing good or not, because here I have to check these things also. Okay, so it is working. Now I'll be minimizing that, then I'll be opening my comment box. Okay, so everybody are just commenting like that. Okay, so here now when you've done with that, okay, so I'll be going to top, okay, so I'll be just going to top, and here now I'll be just here I'll be just coming, and here when you've done with that, so here everybody are just commenting thank you all. Okay, so here, okay, so Jamshed Iqbal comment like, as I am seeing your passion in code, hope you will be an expert React developer soon. So thank you. Then I'll be just going down enough again. Okay, so we are getting everything like that. So if I just scroll down here, okay, so okay, so here the RPKits graphic comment, wow, okay, so thank, then it comments like amazing, thank you. Then here excellent and thanks you all. Okay, so thanks, then everybody are just commenting like that, thank you. Okay, so here awesome, everybody just commenting like that. I just hope you all just do these things. And here I'll be scrolling down, and now here when you've done with that things, I'll be doing one thing like I'll be just minimizing that. Until here I hope you understand that all things. Press save here, and here when you've done that, just you have to go to app.css file, and here I will be doing one thing like here I'll be just going to app.js file here, and I'll be going to app.css. First of all, doing one thing like I'll be just going to app.js till user we have defined, copy this return tag which is just written by pressing Ctrl C. Till here when you've defined, go to app.css here, and I will be doing one thing here like coming underneath, and just I'll be writing dot, pasting my class name which I have just copied. Then I'll be writing curly brackets coming underneath, creating justify content in center, and I'll be writing align items which should be in center, create that to like display which should be block, and here I'll be writing text align center. So here create that. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing float into left, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing box sizing border box. Then I'll be creating that to like font style normal. So when you've done with that all things, just I'll be writing text justify which should be inherit, and I'll be writing font size which should be 14 pixel. Then create that to like font weight 500, and I'll be writing font family which should be like Mont Serif, and I'll be changing that to comma sans serif here. Then when you've done that, I'll be writing here like border 1 pix solid, and here I'll be writing white. So when you've done that all, just I'll be writing border color white. So here I'll be writing that. Now here I'll be also writing like color which should be black. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating border radius which should be 10 pixel, and here I'll be writing like border left which should be 100 pixel. Then create that to like border right which should also be 100 pixel. Now So when you've done that, just I'll be writing border top 100 pixel, create border bottom also which should be 100 pixel. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing another thing which should be just write border left. Okay, so first of all, when you've done that, I'll be writing border style none, create that to like border, and here I'll be changing that to like border width 100 pixel, then create line height which will be 100 pixel. So when you've done that, I'll be writing here like width 100 pixel, create height which should be 100 pixel, and here when you've done with that thing there, I'll be just writing here like border none, then I'll be changing that to like outline none, create list style none. So here I'll be writing like list style none. So when you've done with that, just I'll be coming creating list style type which should be none. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing here flex direction which should be column. So I'll be also writing flex wrap which should be wrap reverse. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex flow. So here I'll be writing flex flow column. Then here you have to also create another thing which should be just having flex basis content, create flex and changing it to like flex grow inherit, and right here like flex shrink which should be inherit. Now I'll be just writing that to direction inherit, then I will be coming underneath here create background white, and here I will be also writing like background color white. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing background position which should be in center, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing background position X which should be in center. So when you've done that all thing, just I'll be writing background position Y. So here I'll be writing that which should be in center. Then I'll be also writing background and I'll be just taking it to background size cover, and when you've done that, just change that to like background attachment which should be fixed. So here I'll be writing that. Now when you've done that, just I'll be coming here creating background clip content box, create that to like background origin which should be content box here. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here create background, change that to like background repeat which should be repeat. So when you've done that, just I will be coming underneath here and I will be writing here like background, and here I'll be changing that to like background and change that to like background image. So here I'll be just now writing first of all background blend mode here. So I'll be just writing like background blend mode which should be color burn. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done that, I'll be writing background image which should be having the URL of like background, and here I'll be just doing one thing like first of all I'll be going to top, and here it is background 5. So I'll be defining like background find top JPEG, come forward and create nav index dot current. Then when you've done with that all thing, just I'll be writing another thing like nav left current. So here I'll be just writing that. So when you've done with that, so I'll be writing nav right which should be current. So here when you've done that all thing, just I'll be writing nav up current, create that to like nav down. So here I'll be writing nav down current. So when you've done that, I'll be writing like padding. So here the padding should be 12 pixel. Then I'll be creating like padding left. So here I'll be just writing like padding left which should be 12 pixel now. So when you've done that here, so here I'll be just coming underneath, then write padding right which should be 12 pixel, create that to like padding top which should be 12 pixel, and create that to like padding bottom which should be 12 pixel now. So when you've done that all thing, just I will be coming underneath here, create margin 11 pixel, create margin left which should be 11 pixel, create margin right. So here I'll be first of all writing that, create margin right which should be 11 pixel, then create margin, and I'll be writing that to margin top 11 pixel, create margin bottom which should be 11 pixel. So when you've done with that things here, you have to just simply hit the save button here at the file, just press that here. So when you've done with that things here, you have to just do one thing, just you have to go to the top and you can see till written we have defined go to app.js here, copy this user class name which we have just written till here by pressing Ctrl C, and I'll be going to app.css file. Just I will be doing one thing like first of all I'll be seeing some of the comments like it is coming or not. Okay, so just check that. Okay, so here everybody are just commenting Preet Mulani comment like but its codes are fake, but why? Then Harsh Slut comment like they are but it's not responsive, so no real live usage, and also there's no backend or the connectivity, so technically it's not a okay, so it's a clone. So in that I am not using the words like that, I am just writing. So here okay, so when you've done that, just here everybody are just commenting okay, so just everybody are just commenting thank you all. So when you've done with that, So I'll be just going at the top. Okay, so everybody are just commenting here, then I'll be scrolling down, thanks, then I'll be just minimizing that here, then I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be going here and then it's working. So first of all I'll be going to top, then here I'll be doing one thing here, like I'll be just coming underneath, right dot, paste your class name which you have just copied, then I'll be coming underneath, create justify content which should be in center, then I will be writing here align items which should be in center, and I will be also writing display which should be of block here. So when you've done that all thing, just I'll be closing this here, and here I'll be just coming underneath, creating that to like float into left, and here I will be also writing like box sizing which should be border box. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath, create text align in center, then I'll be writing font style which should be normal, create that to like text justify inherit. So here I'll be writing like text justify inherit, then I'll be writing here like font size 14 pixel, create font weight which should be 400, create font family which should be like open sans here. So I'll be writing like open sans, and here I'll be writing comma sans serif, then I will be writing border, and here when you've done with that things, here I'll be coming creating border one pic solid white, then here when you've done that I'll be writing border color white, create that to like color which should be black, and here I'll be also writing another thing which should be border radius 10 pixels. So when you've done that I'll be writing border left 100 pixel now. So when you've done that all thing, just I'll be writing another thing which should be like border right here, so I'll be writing that 100 pixel. So when you've done that all, just I'll be writing border top which should be 100 pixel, then I'll be also writing another thing which should be like border bottom 100 pixel, then when you've done that I'll be writing border style none, create that to like border and change that to like border width 100 pixel, create that to like line height which will be 100 pixel now. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here now and just creating this thing to like border, and I will be just writing that to border width 100 pixel now. So when you've done that, just I will be doing one thing like I will be just coming underneath here, and now when you've done that, just I will be coming here also and then writing here like line height. So here I'll be writing that 100 pixel, then I'll be also coming underneath creating width 100 pixel, create height which will be 100 pixel, then right here border none, then I'll be writing outline none. So here I'll be writing that, then when you've done that, just I'll be writing list style none and create that to like list style type which will be none. So when you've done that, I'll be writing flex direction which should be like column, then here I'll be also writing flex wrap which should be wrap reverse. So here I'll be writing, so when you've done that, I'll be writing here like flex flow which should be column. So I'll be writing like flex flow which should be column, then I'll be writing flex and change that to like flex basis which should be like content, create flex, change that to like flex grow here which should be inherit. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex shrink inherit, create direction which should be like inherit here. So when you've done that all things, just I'll be coming here, create that to like background which should be white, create again which should be like background color white, and I will be writing here to like background position which should be in center. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating background position X which will be in center. So when you've done that, just I'll be now writing like background position Y. So here I'll be writing that in center. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and writing here like background size cover, create that to background attachment. So here I'll be writing that which will be fixed. So here when you've done that, I'll be writing background clip content box, create background origin which will also be content box here. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing background repeat which will be repeat. So here when you've done that, I'll be writing background, change that to like background blend mode which should be color burn. So here I'll be writing, so when you've done that all thing, just I'll be coming here, changing this tag to semicolon, and it is good now. Then I'll be coming forward here and I'll be just changing this to like nav index current. So here first of all I'll be writing background image. So here define your background image URL, and here in this URL I will be defining my background image name. So here if I just go to the top, and here you can see that this is name as background 6. So I'll be writing background 6.jpg, come underneath here, create nav index current, and here I'll be also writing like nav left which will be current. So when you've done that, I'll be coming here, create nav up current, and also create a tag which will be just having nav right current, and I'll be writing here like nav and right nav down current. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, create padding 12 pixel, create padding left which will be 12 pixel, and I'll be also writing like padding right 12 pixel, but I will be just writing like padding right which will be 12 pixel here. So when you've done that all things, just I'll be coming underneath, create padding top 12 pixel, and also write padding bottom which will be 12 pixel. So when you've done that, I'll be writing here margin 10 pixel and create margin left. So here I'll be writing that 10 pixel, then I'll be also writing like margin right 10 pixel, create that to like margin top 10 pixel, and right here margin bottom which should be 10 pixel. So till here when you've done that, just you have to press save, and I hope till here you understand. Go to app.js and we will be checking some of the comments. Okay, so comments are coming like that. Okay, who me? Okay, so then Jamshed Iqbal comment, the kid who making a clone, thanks. Then Prit Polani comment, yes you boy, thank you. Then Humaki comment 7 dislike. Then Humam Ahmed comment, so what do you think he is doing? Isn't that study? Then Prit Polani comment, but 21 likes, thanks. Then 23. Then when you've done that, just you dummy. Then here time pass. Okay, so thank you. Then when you just comment, then here we are just also getting some of the things, Mr. This is his effort, thank you. Then here again there are also comment like Harshit, let's comment, no that isn't timers, thank you. Then here when you've done with that things, okay, so thank you. Okay, so here I'll be just minimizing that, press save here, and now when you've done that all things, just I'll be opening my live stream. Okay, so my live stream is just working really well till here. Okay, so till here I hope you understand these all things now. So when you've done with that, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be just minimizing that, going to app.css file here and go to app.js file, copy this text file here and go to app.css, go to the top till user we have defined now. So I'll be just press to enter, write dot, paste your class name, then here you have to just come here, create justify content in center. Okay, so just right here, then I'll be writing align items which should be in center here. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing display which should be of block, create text align in center. Then when you've done with that things here, you have to do one thing here, like I'll be writing again which should be like font, but I will be just first of all coming here, creating font float. Sorry, I'll be writing float into left. So here when you've done that, I'll be writing box sizing now which should be border box. Then I'll be writing font style normal, and I will be also creating that text justify which should be like inherit, create that to like background. But first of all I will be coming here, create font size. So here I'll be writing like font size which should be 15 pixel, create font weight. So here I'll be writing font weight 500, create font family which should be like Montserrat, and I'll be writing that comma sans serif. Then I will be just writing here like border 1 pixel solid white, create that to like border color white, and I'll be writing another thing which should be color of black. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating border radius 10 pixel, and when you've done with that things here, I'll be coming here and creating border left which should be 100 pixel, create border right which should also be 100 pixel. Then I will be also writing like border top. So here I'll be writing that 100 pixel. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing border bottom 100 pixel. Then here when you've done that, just I'll be writing border style none. Then I'll be writing border width which should be 100 pixel. Then I'll be writing like line height which should be 100 pixel, create that to like width 100 pixel, create that height 100 pixel. Then when you've done that, I'll be writing border none, and then I'll be writing that to like outline none. So here I'll be writing like outline none. Then I'll be writing again which should be like list style none, create that to like list style type which should be none. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex direction which should be column. Then I'll be writing flex wrap which should be wrap reverse. So here when you've done that, I'll be writing again which should be like flex, and I'll be changing that to flex flow column, create flex and changing that to flex basis content. Then I'll be writing flex grow inherit. Then here when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex shrink inherit, create direction which should be like inherit here. Then when you've done that, just I'll be writing background which should be white. Then I will be changing that to like background color white. Then create that to like background position which should be in center now. So here when you've done with that things here, you have to just come underneath, create background position dash x which should be in center. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing background position y. So here I'll be writing like background position dash y, which should be in center. So but I will be writing semicolon, then I'll be writing here. So when you've done with that things here, you have to do one thing, come underneath create background attachment, which should be fixed. And here I'll be also writing background size. So here I'll be writing like background size, which should be cover. Come underneath create background clip. So here I'll be writing background clip content box. So I'll be just writing like background clip content box, then I'll be writing background origin, which will be content box, then I'll be writing like background repeat, which will be repeat. Then I'll be coming underneath here create background blend mode, which will be color 1. And here when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be writing color 1 here. So right here like that, but it should be just perfect. Now when you've done that, I will be coming here and creating background, change that to like background image, having a URL of like background, but I'll be writing this sign, then I'll be writing background, and in that I'll be just going to top here, and we have just defined till background 6. I'll be adding here background 7.jpg here, close, come underneath create nav index current here. So I'll be just writing that. So when you done that, just I'll be writing nav left now current, then I'll be writing like nav right current, and I'll be also creating like nav up current, and here I'll be creating nav down current. And when you've done that, just I'll be writing like padding. So here I'll be writing like padding, which should be 12 pixel here, and I'll be writing like padding left, which should be 12 pixel. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing padding right 12 pixel, and when you've done that, just I'll be writing padding top, which should be 12 pixel here. So when you've done with that things here, you have to just come underneath create padding bottom 12 pixel. So when you've done that, now I'll be defining margin 10 pixel, create margin left, which should be 10 pixel, and I will be writing like margin right 10 pixel, create that to like margin top. So here I'll be writing margin top 10 pixel, and I will be writing now margin bottom 10 pixel. So here when you've done with that things here, you have to just press save button here by pressing save. Then when you've done that, just you have to go to app.js file, and here I'll be just copying this view tag here by pressing Ctrl C, go to app.css, just go to the top here, and we have just till defined. So I'll be coming underneath, write dot space my class name, which I have just copied. Now I'll be writing this brackets, coming underneath creating justify content center here. So I'll be writing, then when you've done that, I'll be writing align items in center, create display, which should be of block, and I'll be creating text align in center. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be writing float into left, and I'll be also writing another thing, which should be box sizing border box, create that to font style normal. And here when you've done that, just I'll be writing text justify, which should be inherit. So here I'll be writing that. Now when you've done that, first of all I'll be coming here and writing inherit, then I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be writing font size. So here I'll be writing font size, which should be like 15 pixel, then create font weight, which should be 400. Then when you've done that, just I'll be writing font family, which should be Mont Serif and comma sans serif. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath and create border 1 pix solid white. Then here when you've done that, I'll be writing border color white. Then when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing here, like color black. So when you've done that all, just I will be writing here like border radius now. So here I'll be writing border radius 10 pixel, then I'll be writing here like border left 100 pixel, create border right 100 pixel now. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing border top, which should be 100 pixel, create that to like border bottom, which should be 100 pixel now. So here when you've done with that things, you have to just do one thing, like you have to come underneath here, and I'll be writing that to like border style. So here I'll be writing now border style none. So here I'll be writing, then I'll be also writing that to like border, change that to like border width 100 pixel, create line height, which will be 100 pixel. And when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing here, like first of all I'll be writing that create width 100 pixel, and I'll be writing height 100 pixel. Then here I'll be just doing things like that. Now when you've done that, I'll be writing here like background, which should be like, first of all I'll be now writing border none. So here I'll be writing that create outline none. Then I'll be also writing like another thing, which will be list style none, create list style, and here I'll be writing like list style type none. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing another thing, which will be flex direction. So here I'll be writing flex direction column, then I'll be writing flex wrap. So here I'll be writing like flex wrap, which will be like wrap revert. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex float. which should be column, then create that to flex, and I'll be changing that to like flex faces, content, create flex grow, inherit here. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing flex string inherit, create that to like direction, which should also be inherit here. Then when you've done that, just I'll be writing background, which should be white. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, creating background color white, create that to like background position, which should be in center. So here I'll be writing, so when you've done that, just I'll be writing here now background position X, which should be in center. Now when you've done that, just I'll be writing like background position Y. So here I'll be writing that, which should be in center. Now so when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing here, like I'll be just coming underneath and creating background size, which should be cover, and here I'll be writing like background attachment, which should be fixed, and I will be changing that to like background repeat, which should be repeat, and here I'll be writing that to like background clip, which should be content box here. So I'll be writing that. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing now background origin. So here I'll be writing that content box, then I'll be coming underneath create background blend mode, which should be color burn. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here creating background, changing that this to like background, and I'll be writing background image having a URL. On this URL I will be defining that to like background, and just here I'll be just going to top. So here it is written background 7, define background 8.jpg close here, create nav index current, then when you've done that, just I'll be writing nav left current, create nav right current, and also create a tag which should be just nav up current, and just create that to like nav down, which should be current. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath create padding 11 pixel, and I'll be also writing like padding, and just I'll be writing that to padding left 11 pixel create again, which should be just right padding right 11 pixel here. So when you've done that, just I'll be writing padding top 11 pixel create padding bottom, which should be just 11 pixel, then I'll be also writing like margin 10 pixel here. Then when you've done with that things, I'll be writing margin left 10 pixel, and I'll be also writing like margin right, which will be 10 pixel. So when you've done that all things, just I'll be coming underneath create margin top, which will be 10 pixel here, then I'll be writing margin bottom 10 pixel. So when you've done with that things here, you have to just simply hit save here, go to file and press save. So when you've done that all things, just you have to do nothing, press save again, so it is done. So when you've done that, now I'll be checking my live stream, it is working till here. So yes, now live stream is working. So just comment me like everything is perfect or not, then I can just check that, and now I'll be seeing comment some of that it is now good or not. So just open comment section. Okay, so everybody are just commenting. Okay, so then here we are just getting the comments, many of them. Okay, so here, then here he is a great coder, thank you. Then so if by comment inshallah, thanks. Then no TP note 19 comment lols and what is your saying. Then here Harshad let comment wanna see what a simple Python script is capable of. Then here no, TP note 19 comment your typing speed is very fast, wow, thank you. Then here we are also getting comment by Harshit Lord like that, and here when you've done that, just so hey come after this week, wait for the next week Python and AI node. And I'll be just going. Okay, so everybody are just doing. Okay, so thank you for these comments. Now I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be just minimizing this here, and till here we have just done, and we have just made our Hulu clone. Till here I have just understand, press save here, go to app.js, and I think now we have just successfully made it our Hulu clone, because here we have to just only make the front page, and in front page we are just only getting our things like that, and I've just linked that Opera to like Google Chrome, so we can just run that in Google Chrome, because when we just run in Google Chrome, so Google Chrome is having a good effect than like Opera browser. So because of that I'm just running that in Google Chrome, and Google Chrome is also a like good software where you can just run your everything like that, and it is also working really good here. So till here we have just done, and this Hulu clone, like I'm telling you, we can just make fast, because here we have to just only make the front section, and we have to just link only the like buttons from them. So because of that we have to just make it fast, and we have just done that here. So I hope till here you have just understand. You have to just set same clones, and here the Hulu clone is ready. Just you have to define these things which I have just defined here. Then you have to define in app.css. Just go to like index.css. You have to just define the margin from that, then it will be done. So if I show you in the Google Chrome here, just go here, go to React tab which we have just run, and you can see that there is our Hulu clone which we have just successfully made it here. You can see. So here now we are just getting our Hulu clone like background of blue color, then the logo here of Hulu like in right side, and we are also getting these icons of trending, verified collection, search and account. Then we are getting many things like that, and underneath we are also getting our movies like we want. You can see that. So you can just choose any of the movie, and here you can see, but there will be not coming trailer like that, and it is also coming likes like I've shown you in the starting. Like there are the likes and the movie launch date, top rated action, comedy, horror, romance, then mystery, and then you can watch any movie here. Okay, because here there are many sections. From here you can watch any movie, and you can see with the help of React animation we have done that, like it is popping up in the front of that. And if I just go here, you can see here it is the Hulu clone and like things, then the movie, TV movie animation. With the help of React popping animation it is popping up. Then this is also with the React popping animation, and we have also used material UI icons to just work with that. And there is the link of our Hulu clone. You can just check that in Google Chrome. I have just also like deploy that in with the help of the Firebase. I have just not deployed that here, but I previously deployed. You can also check that here. So I hope till here you have understand. I hope you also enjoyed this clone, like Arun previous clones of like live streaming of like Instagram, then Facebook, then Mern Messenger, Netflix, and many others which I have just done. So practice that all things. Now I'll be just going last time in my comments. Okay, so everybody are just commenting how was the speed. Okay, so here now everybody are just commenting thank you all. Then what are you saying? Okay, so here everybody are just commenting. Okay, so thank you all. Then here if I will be just now commenting goodbye to all of you, because here you all are just here to just increase. So this clone was just too enough to just work with, but the next clone which we will be working with should be just big enough. So just practice that clones also, and just you have to put own features of yours and just put own things you can just do and put your own features, because from that your practice will be good, and you can just go and React and any other languages you are working with like Python, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So just practice that all things we are working with, and I hope you will be a good programmer of that. And here just practice as all things. So I hope you understand till here, and I hope you also enjoyed this project like I enjoyed my previous projects and previous clones also, like this clones. I hope you also enjoy this Hulu clone which we have just made. So this is a Hulu clone which we have just made here, but it is just made by some of the people here, because here it is not a famous website here. This Hulu, with the help of Netflix, it has been just because of Netflix it has been famous, but it is not really famous like Netflix, because Netflix is really famous website, or you can say films website or movies website. You can check anything like that things. So I hope till here you have understand, and here the comments are good. Okay, so thank you all by commenting that. So just I will be just seeing you in the next clone. So here I will be just watching you and seeing you in the next clone. So for today, good bye.